Well, you know what? I gotta tell you this. I gotta tell you this. In my time of knowing you, when I first met you, I thought you had a big head. I thought you was very conceited. But then as I got to know you, I could see that, I mean, you really have a lot of gifts that God has blessed you with, you know. You pick up things really fast. You're very smart. I gotta tell you that. And you probably have to, I would believe that your circle of friends are people that challenge your brain some. You know what I mean? I think that for a young man your age, I believe that you're smarter than a lot of men my age, you know. But I mean, it's really a blessing. You know, I like the fact that you start out quoting what the Bible says because really the Bible is the best authority on life. You know. So I like that you make reference to the scriptures, you know. But I mean, I was watching the thing that you sent to the group, the piano thing and what you did on the saxophone. And I'm just looking at you and looking at your fingers and watching you play sax. And I'm like, it's really amazing that if you told people that you taught yourself how to play the sax, I think they probably wouldn't believe you, you know, unless they know you. If you just went somewhere and just started playing for people and they were like, hey man, what teacher you? You say, I taught myself. I don't think that they would believe that. And for you to get so good in such a short time. And now I see like when I first met you, you were saying that your goal was for your students to learn and to be better than you and to learn in a short span of time. I see what you mean. I think it's still taking me longer, but I get it. And I also wanted to say that you know how I like to follow the real people because I like their concept. Even though I'm not going to they have another workshop coming up in September, but I'm not going to do it because I just want to catch up. I don't want to just like the last one I didn't follow with the group, and I'm like I'm behind the scenes. So to me, that's a waste of money to be behind the scenes and not be participating in what they want you to do because I don't feel like, you know, when that lady, anyway, you know the story. But anyway, one of the things that the guy said that as soon as he said it, it just clicked me back to you. He said that when you think, somebody asked a question, I think, I don't know, about what should they learn first or whatever. But what he said is like when you're learning chords or anything, he said to think in tonal numbers, you know, to think in, and that's what you was teaching me in the beginning, the 145, the one, you know, you had me doing this and you was doing all of that, you know, that, and I said, we don't even hardly do that anymore. But that's what he said. He said, because if you could do that, he was saying something like, it doesn't really matter what the key is in if you know what I mean? So I was like, as soon as he said it, it clicked me right back to you. I was like, this is what Dapo's trying to tell you. You want to learn how to read music and you want to do this. And even David, his name is David Reed, even David is saying, think in tonal numbers. Don't think about the G chord or this chord. Think in tonal numbers. That's what he said. So, I mean, and then you said to me not too long ago, when I asked you about the other teachers and the students, you said a lot of your classes are online, and you said because the other teachers don't teach your method. You said that, you know, and I thought that that was kind of profound that you are going against, not I wouldn't say against, but your method is different. You have a whole completely different method. And then I had to realize that when I was doing it that way, that's how I learned how to play those songs on the piano so fast. Like it will not be late, and to do it in a different key, and to play What was the other one? How does it make you feel? I actually took out how does it make you feel to try to play it last night, and I had to like keep going through it to get it back in my muscle memory. I was like, you see, if you remember if you remember that, it would have been easier for you even to refresh yourself. So I said that to say, and maybe it takes a while. Maybe a student have to be with you for a year to recognize what like when you were saying everything to me in the beginning, because it was so different. Even though I knew I was learning faster, it was like, yeah, this guy got a big head. This guy think he's so smart. This guy think, and but now I'm like, I want to be like him. I want to pick up these instruments. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's different. The way I look at the whole thing. And then I was like, he's the only teacher that tells you it doesn't matter what instrument you know how to play. If you could understand the theory behind it, it's not the instrument, and how true that really is. So I have to say, you taught me a lot, and I appreciate it. And maybe that book of life, that book of life might have some. But you said something about, it said something about you have quotes in it. What kind of quotes? What do you mean by that?